Hey, it's Ellie here. How you doing? So listen, like a fun thing to talk about. Oh, the system's crashing, it's crashing. Yeah, and like, bro, look, open your eyes. So, are you taking actionable steps, or are you just screaming about it on the internet while you are falling behind on bills? It's okay if I hurt your feelings. It's okay. Just keep listening, so your feelings won't be hurt anymore. You'll be able to do something about it instead of sitting there with hurt feelings. You see, here, I'm not here to bully you. I'm here to educate you and let you know that you can do better. And if that feels like bullying to you, then you probably just didn't have good friends in your life or good family members either. So, welcome. Let me bully you to success. So, many of us probably watched those survival shows growing up and they kind of glamorize that whole off grid living thing. Yeah, see, it can work that way. However, those were television shows with people who actually did have certain things provided for them, and it's not going to be as easy as most of us think it's going to be. There's a lot of time and preparation that comes into things like that, not to mention community building. Whether that community is your soul tribe or your actual blood family members and relatives. Everyone has to be on one accord and actually comprehend the objective of the mission. And really, it's a simple mission. How can everybody save as much money as possible and be as self-sufficient as possible? It's really simple. It requires sacrifice in the beginning, and then it becomes a lifestyle and habits that you form over time.
The fact that we have people going hungry and we're not even in a recession is horrifying.
All right, my chickadees, grab your immediate team members, grab your guilds, grab your axes, grab your asses. I don't care what you grab at this point, just grab something because we're fixing this now. Here's the plan. You actually just need a pen and paper, okay? But you're gonna have to do a hard thing here. You're gonna have to write down what you consider to be basic necessities that you're having trouble fulfilling. And then you're going to have to share that with one another and compile a comprehensive list of all of the things the people in your group are having trouble themselves fulfilling. Now, I know my gardeners and my homesteaders already think they got this on lock, but y'all got to network better, because otherwise you're going to end up with all potatoes and no greens. Tell me I'm lying. But once you've networked and you got the food on lock, then you need people who are going to be able to dedicate some time and some effort and possibly some equipment to be able to preserve those things for everyone. The art of preserving food over the generations has been preserved by those of us that are interested in that sort of thing. You've got canning, yes, but that doesn't always work for everything. Sometimes it would be better pickled. Sometimes it would be better smoked. It really just depends. And someone's going to have to take the time to do the research, gather the equipment, and actually practice that skill. But don't just acquire that skill, teach it to the others, especially the younglings. You never know where you might find a solid helper. Then, of course, there's clothing. And that's where my fashionistas come in. You know, if you want some good-ass advertisement, get everyone in your group wearing your shit. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, upcycling is most definitely a trend for a reason. What I've just described to you is what is supposed to be the foundation of a human society. It is the type of societal structure we evolved to function in, and it is what we go back to every single time our bigger economies fail. It is a village society, which is a gifting economy, not a bartering economy. It is only once the village has accumulated enough abundance to barter with other villages that it becomes a barter economy. Now, every time previously when our bigger economies have collapsed, we have had to go back to this in order to persevere through it. But now we've got the internet. Geography is not as much of an issue anymore as it used to be, and there is no reason for this economy and this society to fully collapse before we reinitialize the one societal structure we know, time tested, definitely works. Now, gravel, sand, charcoal, gravel, sand, charcoal, gravel, sand, charcoal. Run water through it, you got clean water, you're welcome.
Now, the most important part about this is she said that we need to go ahead and get started now before the collapse. Jeez. Like, I know I'm coming on y'all hard, and I know that, like, if you're new to my content, you know, you're like, oh, why is she being so aggressive about that? Yo, I have been doing this stuff for years, and it's like repeatedly, people just want the system to crash, and they want to go to war without actually putting in the work first. It doesn't make any sense for everything to go to absolute ass before you can actually produce anything after that point, because most of y'all don't even know what to do. And it's like y'all think that, oh, I'm just gonna rob and steal in order to get everything that I need. You can't rob and steal your way into a shelter in the woods. Like, yeah, sure, you can, break yourself into a house, but what's the point of being in the house if that's part of the war zone? No, if you got to stay in the woods for a good 3 weeks straight, okay, you still need to learn how to build a shelter, dude. Y'all don't even know how to do that sort of thing. So it's important for you to get back into things like wood shop and different things like that, just so you can know how to do the basic stuff. And so, can you survive in a tent, bro? I mean that genuinely. Can you spend several weeks in a tent without, air conditioning? Potentially heat, depending on your climate. And now to all my gardeners, farmers, and homesteaders and homeschoolers, yeah, I love you guys. I love y'all so much. And my entrepreneurs, you guys, yes, we're doing the work. We're doing the work. Now, let me get on our asses a little bit. Where a lot of us fail is hyper-individualism and lack of networking. It's not so much trying to get other people to do what we do. It's connecting with other people who already do what we do and trading the different, whether it's produce or materials of what we know, even if it's services and helping people with different things that they have going on, helping each other out with what we already have going on. We are the solid foundation that everybody gonna need. Yeah, you already know. No, because boost yourself up. Boost yourself up because people gonna need you. People gonna need you. They need you now. They just not saying nothing. And so the same way, if you're a business person, you go to a network meeting and then you do this and you do that. It's the same thing that we all need to do, whether it's going to farmers markets, whether we're going to meetups, or even if we're just connecting online and we're planning to actually group up with different people. Like, finding the people who already do what we do is the most important thing, so that we all can help and serve each other within this particular culture. So then when other people start getting on board, we already have a foundation and a base for them to join in, and we have a system that already works so that people aren't just figuring stuff out as we go. I love you guys so much. I commend you guys for the work that you're already putting in. And this is why homeschooling is so important, because you can teach your children all of these skills so that by the time they are teenagers, they are like, if we're going to call them ranch hands, it's not something that, oh, mom, I don't want to do that, because they're stuck on technology all day. Y'all do realize that the way that technology is set up is a part of escapism as far as the system that has been built, right? It's not that they just want to watch movies and watch YouTube and play video games all day because they just want to. Sometimes they do enjoy the stuff. Yeah, it's really fun. It's not to say that my son doesn't enjoy those things too. However, he loves going out in nature too. He loves gardening too. I've seen a lot of these children, they just do it to escape the matrix that they're in. A lot of folks go to work and then they do what they do as a form of escapism. For children, it's the exact same thing. Our children are literally a reflection of who we are as a people. So by having them doing fun activities that are labor intensive, first of all, they'll be too tired to do the things that are still brain stimulating, because by the lack of physical movement, as far as being stuck in a box all day, they're not moving their bodies. So if they're moving their bodies a lot more, then even when it goes to things like playing video games and watching movies and YouTube and stuff like that, they're not even going to have the same drive to do it. They'll just want to chill for a little while and just listen to some music and literally zone out, instead of doing those things that are brain stimulating, because their bodies have been worked out so much. I talk about that in my homeschool kit a little bit, and so yeah, y'all can pick that up if you'd like to.
BDRE has a new homeschool kit called #New Age Investing Homeschool Kit, which also comes with the #New Age Investing ebook, as well as the BDRE All Access Plan. It also comes with the NFTs in Real Estate ebook. The entire family is able to learn and grow in areas concerning spirituality, creativity, and expanding in many forms of science and math. Enjoy learning.